have to submit to the will of God.
So, are you looking to achieve anything?
Yes. For example, the prayer, when it comes to the obligatory, so if I don't pray the obligatory prayers, then I am held accountable, and this is a sin. One of the greatest sins is basically not praying. And in fact, some of the scholars, they go to the extent of how to distinguish people who are believers in God, those who are Muslims and non-Muslims. Yes, they use this prayer as basically the guidance, to distinguish between those who pray and those who do not pray. Those who pray are the ones who are righteous, and those who do not pray are not the righteous ones. And some of them even basically say that if you stop praying, then this is something that takes you out of the fold of Islam. But there's a difference of opinion on that.
Right. So, besides for the obligation, your own.
Oh yeah. So the supplication, yes. Yeah. The supplication is something. For example, if I want good marks in the exams when I was a student, then I would pray to God to help me with the exams, to help me achieve good marks. For example,
when it comes to prayer for personal achievement, or
I don't know,
even if to cure the sick, just because you feel it soothes you to do so. How effective do you find, like, say, on a scale of 1 to 10? How often?
To be honest, I haven't actually measured it on that scale, but many of my
just the personal feeling.
Yeah.
How often do you feel like it works? I mean, you're probably going to say something on the lines that pray that no prayers are unanswered.
No, I wouldn't say that.
But I'm saying, like,
I wouldn't say all
clearest, most straightforward, down to earth way.
Yeah.
Which ones have been?
There are many prayers of mine which have been answered, many prayers of mine which haven't been answered. But as a Muslim, I believe, and this is also from the prophetic tradition, that even if the prayers which are not answered, this is something you'll get the blessing of that in the hereafter. So maybe there's a reason God did not accept your prayers. Maybe it is something which is not something that is good for you at this time. So maybe He might answer your prayers later on, or He might not even answer those prayers, because, like I said, maybe Allah has some other plan for you, something better than what you're praying for. You see what I mean?
Right.
I personally believe that whether Allah accepts or rejects my prayer, at the end of the day, it is something that I have no control over.
So the more you pray, do you feel the more you're being compelled to continue praying?
No, it's the other way around. I believe that as someone who believes in God, I feel a connection when I pray to God, be it the ritual prayers or be it the supplication. The very term salah comes from the root word silah or something similar, don't know the exact Arabic pronunciation, which actually means to connect. You see what I mean? So I see prayer as a connection to God. And this connection is something which you'll find in every spiritual being out there. Be they Muslims, be they the Jewish, be they the Christians, be they even the other people who worship other gods. Because they have this connection. You see, this is something that fills the void within. So for example, if someone is on a plane and the plane is about to crash, they might start praying, more earnestly than they have ever in their life. So when you're happy, I think there's a hadith which says that those people who pray when they are in good situation, when they are in a good situation, then it is more likely that prayers will be answered when they are in a bad situation. So it's not like you only start praying to God when you are faced with some sort of a challenge or some sort of a calamity or some sort of grievance or whatever it is. But you also pray to God during the good times. So when you are, for example, when you have passed exams or passed I don't know, some sort of a challenge or some sort of I don't know, anything. For example, maybe you got married or you got a child or any other situation in your life, which if you look at their life, they all have ups and downs in your life. So whether your lives have given you the ups or the downs, you pray to God regardless.
Okay. So why do you think the majority of people who pray do it?
Well, I cannot answer for everyone. They might have their own subjective reason, but from what I know, most people start praying when some calamity befalls them. something bad happens to them. And this is something which is quite common regardless of which faith you follow. But you see, as a Muslim, we are taught that regardless of the times, regardless of whether you're having a good time or a bad time, you pray to God. That is a connection you need to keep it established throughout your life. So wherever you go, whatever situation you are, however you are, look, there are certain people who cannot even get up from the bed because of certain illness. Even those people are told to pray by whatever means or whatever capability they have. Yes, they're told to pray. And this is something, a constant connection between you and the Lord you serve. This is something which is not something which is like just because you have a calamity, start praying to God. No, it should be done every day, and I would say at any time in your life.
And would you say personally, what kind of connection do you feel to God when you pray?